From the Detroit Free Press in the heart of the Motor City, it's Friday, December 31st. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
I'm Adrienne Roberts reporting for the Detroit Free Press. It's been 2 years since recreational marijuana was allowed to go on sale in Michigan after the majority of state residents voted to legalize it. Since then, a lot has changed. Marijuana dispensaries were considered essential businesses and remained open throughout the pandemic at a time when consumers who were stuck at home were looking for a mental outlet. Experts say the pandemic was beneficial to the industry in some ways, such as accelerating offerings like curbside and drive-through marijuana pickup, and sales went up just like they did in the alcohol industry. In fact, recreational sales were up 90% January through October 2021 compared with the same period last year, and that's data from Michigan's Marijuana Regulatory Agency, for a total of $1.1 billion in sales in that period. Agency projections for 2022 show recreational marijuana sales totaling $2 billion.
My name is Dave Boucher, and I'm a government and politics reporter for the Detroit Free Press. In the past year, we've brought you the impact of the 2020 general election and debunked mountains of misinformation. All the while, we continue to delve into the policies and politics driving the fight against COVID-19. There's never been a more critical time to produce reliable information while holding the powerful accountable. But we can't do that alone. By subscribing to the Free Press, you are supporting quality local journalism that creates a stronger community for everyone. And it's never been easier to join. For just $1, you'll get 6 months of full digital access to all of my work, along with excellent coverage on autos, sports, and additional topics chronicled by my wonderful colleagues here at the Detroit Free Press. To learn more, head to freep.com/special offer. Thank you.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. On a drizzling Monday evening, just 2 days after Christmas, Jamie Smith in her gauzy white wedding dress and Charles King Mosby in his dazzling black suit and flat-brimmed cap finally tied the knot. Finally, some relatives said, because they thought it was about time the couple wed. They had already had a life together, they bought a home together, they had 3 daughters together, and were helping to raise a 4th, Mosby's, who had her before they met. On top of that, it had been at least 2 years since Mosby got down on one knee to propose to the love of his life. Still, with the pandemic and all the hubbub of life, they put off a ceremony. But recently, when Smith was diagnosed with cervical cancer, they decided to make marriage a priority. And even then, they said they were just going to the courthouse or do something simple in their living room. Instead, Smith's younger sister, Renee Meisman, who had never had much of a wedding herself, seized the moment, taking matters into her own hands and planning a surprise ceremony and reception for the couple with the help of strangers. So before friends and family, the adoring couple said their vows for richer and poorer, sickness and health, to love and cherish, and then they kissed. Smith, who would become Mrs. Mosby, said she was joyfully overwhelmed.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism and subscribe, go to freep.com/special offer.